Okay, guys. Here we go. Show and tell what the hell, and we're talking about the new Masters of the Universe New Eternia Tila. And look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I got two, and their faces are just absolutely horrid. And so, usually I get two because I want to say, okay, maybe one has the better paint scheme, right? Surely there could be a mistake with the printing or whatever, but yeah, no, they're both like this. It's you know I think this is slightly, I don't know, I'm looking at them right now. They're about the same, really. They're about the same. So, um, yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's see what happened because this, I don't know. I mean, this is something that I think that honestly maybe if probably could have been prevented with a little bit more um, quality control. So let's look at the box first. Of course, they show this amazing art with some little subterranean fish-like person there, which is awesome. Great art of what Tila maybe should look like. And the back of the box shows you also the intended look for this particular head sculpt. And it's in a wave with Hordak and the elusive Cobra Khan. I was able to secure one, but I would have liked to have more just for Snake Man repaints. But yeah, great backer art. The back of the box, it has like this nice photograph of the figure, the prototype, and a little backdrop with it. So I'm just going to open her up and real quick. It's an unboxing video, guys. Don't you like those? It's unboxing. These are tricky boxes. I will not be keeping this particular box, but it's just, I do want to point out first. Sorry, guys, I can't do everything off screen. I'm just gonna tear this box open a bit. Of course, with your Masterverse characters, you get like this little compartment that they have on the side. I'll show you right there. They still got that little compartment with the extra gear. And there's the main figure there. And it comes with a spear right here and maybe a sword. I don't know. We'll see. Who cares at this point? Because oh shit. Here's something a little odd. There's one of these little clips that are just stuck. Just a random one, an extra one, because I already took out the one that was right there. It's just a little, for some reason, that one's there. Okay, so we got her accessories out. Of course, the one that you see her with is this spear that is, I guess, to pay homage to the mini comic version of Tila. I mean, the body is great. It's a little weird on the thigh area, the hip to thigh. You see that gap there. But, I'm not complaining. It's just the extra skirt that they put on. And we're going to talk about the things that are cool about this figure first, You can see with the sculpt of the profile looks pretty good, actually. So you can display her always like this. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what is going on, and maybe it's the placement of the eyeballs, because they do got the eyebrows pretty dead on, but you never know what's going to happen during the whole process of from prototype to finished product. And sorry, I said I was going to talk about the good things. Well, the paint job is pretty good. The details are nice. It captures the essence of the original Tila figure. And they took some liberties here and there with the details, Mattel did, but and it's interesting that they added this bit of hair, because you'd see sometimes the original toy didn't have this as prominent, but you'd see this on the comic sometimes. So let's take a look at some of the other accessories here. We got the Cobra staff that she came with, the original toy. Let's put it in her hands. She's got closed fists. We're not even going to talk about these. I'm done dealing with closed fists and extra accessories that I have to stick in a box somewhere. To me, it's a waste of plastic. I mean, you could knock the price down of a toy for like $1 if you took those fists. Hell, I'll be happy if it's down 50 cents. You don't need that many fists. And this really nice shield. This is just looks very Greek to me, the design of it. So it's meant to look like the original, but they added a lot more detail to it, obviously, and it gave it a bit more of a copper sheen to it. But otherwise, I mean, it's not an absolutely horrid figure, but it's damn near close to that. Let's put on her snake thing, snake cowl, snake helmet here, it's a pretty fun little way to do it. It's just snap on, you know, whereas some of the other versions had a clip on, or you'd have to tie it up to the back, and the classics version you had to have a whole extra head. You know what? And she doesn't look too bad with this on. Still, the eyes, that weird gaze, just throws me off a bit. But otherwise, it's okay. I do like the sculpt on this. I like the finish on it. It's not bad. There is a vintage one, or retro looking one, that's supposed to be coming out for Walmart Con or whatever, and it essentially uses the same sculpt. They just repaint it to give it more of a vintage colorization. I probably do prefer this as far as the colors go, a little bit more realistic, a realistic interpretation of the color scheme, because, you know, back then they were limited with plastic and what colorizations they wanted to use for that. But yeah, this is the figure that you get. A lot of detail back over there. They could have given it like a lighter wash or something, but it's fine as is, or darker wash to bring out those details. I'm fine with that. Just otherwise a solid figure, and you know, if your vision isn't too good, like it's fleeting like mine because I'm getting older, then you have it in the back. It's a nice little Tila stand-in, you know. I'm not constantly going up this close to my toys and saying, "Oh, this is horrible." I think it's just the eyes, really. It's just the eyes, because everything else on the face looks pretty decent. And I think it's the positioning of the head. When you look at it in the package, it just presents kind of like this, you know. Yeah. So, and also I guess it's the expression. The expression is kind of dead too. But let's take a look at some other Tila heads that I have here too, just to kind of give you an idea. And I don't know if they'll fit, but I do want to show them and compare them. First of all, we're going to talk about the long-haired Masterverse Tila, which is not bad. I mean, it's I actually really am quite fond of this head sculpt. The eyebrows are a bit much, but still looks pretty decent. You know, a bit of a Kathy Ireland look. Does it fit on this? Somewhat. It might be a little small, but I don't know. You tell me. Do you feel like this works? So there's that one. Then we also got the one that comes with little tiara, and it's actually quite decent for what it is. Now, the Cobra head thing probably won't fit over this. Maybe it will. Kind of. So you could kind of make this work. We try. And that's all I ask, is that you try. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this looks better? So, and just for fun, I brought over I got a, it's not going to fit on there, but just to show you the head sculpt of this, and just imagine the possibilities. I could make it fit, just the skin tone is a little off. But look how much better the Four Horsemen did. Wow. Yeah. This is the Battlegrounds Tila. I even have a repaint of that with red hair. So this is essentially the same sculpt for the Classics Tila face. So, and I don't have it readily available. I have it put away somewhere, but you know, if you have a Battlegrounds Tila and a Dremel, you can actually probably make this work for you. And I would probably end up doing that if these Tilas ended up going up on clearance. And based on the response of the public and their availability, I have a feeling that they might. But imagine. This just would have been way cooler. Glad I got a whole bunch of these. So if that were the case, then I'd probably end up doing that. Now, look, I'm not going to say this is the worst Tila head, but because I have seen, there was that Tila that came with, did it come with Point Dread? I want to say it came with Point Dread, the Classics Point Dread, and that Tila head was absolutely horrid. But yeah, this is probably not far behind. But yeah, I mean, one more time, I'm going to try it with this because I actually am digging this look right here. It's not bad. I think they should do a do-over, really. And or what they should do is make another character that comes with a Tila adjacent head, or a spare Tila head. Let's see here. I'm just going to show you the older Tila body, just to compare the body itself, and we'll put both heads on there. Just to show you the difference. Like, the body is a way better. This looks like the same legs I used for She-Ra. There was a vast improvement for the body, so I gotta hand it over to Mattel for that. Hand it to Mattel. Yeah, so this is a more stylized, cartoony version. This is supposed to be a little bit more realistic, sword and sorcery, but it's that head. Yeah. I mean, all in all, this one's actually not a bad figure, you know. But I think, and I've seen them go down in price a bit, these Tilas, so if you prefer this head, I think now's the time to get it and swap it out. I'm going to try it one more time with the long hair. Long hair Tila. Yeah, not a bad look. Not a bad look at all. You won't be able to turn the head as much, but you do got a waist swivel. kind of cooler, huh? So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. One more time. I'm going to give you one more look at that. Again, this profile is not that bad. It's just that. It's just that. And it's the angling and everything. So, you know, tell me what your thoughts are about Tila. Tell me if you think some of the heads are better. Yeah. Take care, y'all. And we'll see you later on.